If you clicked on this video, you want to know how I'm averaging plus 319 in the top 1k of Legends. The short answer is this army right here. As you can see, I'm currently perfect for the last 2 days in Legends, although I do have a 64 streak currently in Legends League, and I have only failed 3 times the entire season solely using this army right here. Here's the proof that I'm top 1k, and if you haven't guessed already, I'm going to show you guys my Legends hits from today so that you can see this army in action and hopefully learn how I'm tackling different styles of bases. So let's get right into the first attack. Okay then, let's get this party started with the first base of the day. We have this massive double rage setup, although I think this rage tower is misplaced. But what am I going to do here? I think I want to go into maybe this side compartment here. I'm not really too sure. The space is a bit weird. Obviously, I've seen it before. The space has been tweaked. I believe there used to be a poison tower down there. So, yeah, I mean, it's obviously trying to defend the Broom Witches as well. And that is actually where I did want my RC to go. Just because we will have better pathing now into the rest of the base. So, yeah, looking good at the moment. I'm going to take some damage here, I believe. Yeah, that's fine. The Flame Spinner is quite annoying. Just doing some passive damage there as I Spirit Walk this section of the base. Let's get that Rage Tower down. And unfortunately my Fox does die at the last moment there. Which is fine, I guess. But it is at the same time a little bit unfortunate. We'll go with some Ice Golems and we'll get ready to... Oh, sorry. Okay, my Queen is getting splash damaged by the Ricochet Cannon, which is quite unfortunate. But I think we'll be fine. Queen should not take much more damage now. She should be starting to get healed up. Let's overgrowth the Town Hall, even though maybe that wasn't necessary. Honestly, I think I'm going to go with the Warden ability very early on here. Lots of annoying traps and things around this area that are just doing quite a lot of damage when they all pile up onto my troops. Sorry. Go with the RC ability at this point, and I think what we'll do is we will let the Rage Tower there trigger. No, you know what? Oh yeah, there you go, it's triggered. Perfect. RC should be able to grab the Town Hall for me, and although this one is getting a little bit close, I think we should have it. Let's freeze like this, making sure my RC can get that little bit more value before she does inevitably die, I think, in this attack. We'll get ready with the King ability at any moment here. We'll pop it right about now. He can clear some of those buildings there, and yeah, as you can see, this is the first 3-star of the day. Although it was a little bit closer than I would have liked it to be, mostly just because of my Fox dying at the start and also my Queen ability being kind of forced quite early on, which was a bit unfortunate, but look, a triple is a triple. Let's get into the next attack of the day. Next base, then, we have a double rage setup. I don't think I'm going to struggle this base. Instantly, I can already tell that it should be fairly straightforward. But what am I going to do for this base? I think I'm going to go into this bomb tower here and just see where the RC takes me, really. If she goes up, that's fine. If she goes down, that's also fine. And I could definitely use an Invis spell to kind of redirect her into the base. And actually, I think the damage is so light on the outside of the base, I can do this little trick here. Using a Super Barb, which kind of allows me to save an Invis spell, although it does mean, obviously, my Spirit Walk's going to take a little bit longer in terms of time. So I do just need to be wary of that. We'll start up with the cleanup for that side of the base already and just try and go down to a single cycle here, as I don't want to take any risks whatsoever. Unfortunately, not going to be able to get that Inferno down, which should be okay. And we're going to start up with my Root Riders into the Town Hall, because that is where kind of the best path into the base is going to be on this base, I believe. And I'm going to start up the King as well at this point, and I think I should be also safe to start up my King at this point. The Witches aren't going to be vulnerable at the start, which means, yeah, it's going to be all good in the hood. I'm going to go with my first Overgrowth any moment now. I'll go with the Headhunter there, and yeah, I'm going to Overgrowth now as that Fire Spitter is starting to target my troops there. And actually, I lost my healers there, which is a bit unfortunate. It's going to make my life a little bit harder, but I just wasn't paying attention, quite frankly. And yeah, lose the healers. It shouldn't be too big of a deal. We should still be okay. I'm going to put my RC ability in hopes that she can grab the core for me. And we're going to go with our second overgrowth spell like this, somewhat. And I think I'm going to get ready to maybe freeze that minion prince, although I may not need to. Let's pop the queen ability at this point. No point in holding it any longer. And I think, yes, my RC has been locked onto, so I'll freeze that just about in time. And hopefully the RC will be able to stay alive. Although the king has also decided to target my RC. So a bit unfortunate there. A little trick for you guys. Somebody in the comments taught me this, is that when you get to 92%, that is when you can pop the king ability and it should hit every single target left on the base. Instead of having to like count up, I think it's 8 defenses that he can attack with the ball, right? So yeah, cool little trick for you guys. But yeah, let's get right into the next attack of the day. Okay, next base then, another double rage base, and we got some weird looking fire spitters on this one. So I just need to be wary of those because they are really weird. Okay, what am I going to do for this one? Let's see, it's a little bit tricky because of how random this base is, but I think I'm going to go into this area with the RC. And whoops, I'm a little bit behind on my Invis. That's fine, only take a little bit of damage, no big major like monolith hit or anything like that, which is actually quite annoying. And I may even enter behind that fire spitter there. Hopefully she can go into the base here. I'm going to lure that skeleton away. Please go in, RC. Come on, come on. Nice, this is looking fantastic now. I think I'm going to... Yeah, I think I'm going to go into... Oh, sorry, behind that fire spitter. Otherwise, it's going to be really annoying on the outside of the base, quite frankly. I'm going to recall at this point. Go with an ice golem here just to try and tank that. What's that thing called? The expo there. Start up the rest of my army and just maybe go ahead and poison the thingy. Remember that thing because we're going to need that thing. The apprentice warden, of course. Lots and lots of damage here. We're coming into range of the heroes. So I do need to be wary. Send in both headhunters, but yeah, we're actually looking pretty good at the moment. I could maybe wall rake my queen in here. Don't think the king is going to need her support on the outside, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with the warden ability at this point because there is quite a lot of damage. And I just want to be safe, you know. As that overgrowth triggers, or sorry, the rage tower triggers, I'm going to overgrowth the entire rage tower so that I don't have to come through that section of the base under rage. Also, my RC is getting under some heavy fire. I'm going to put her ability and the queen ability. Try and get to that core a little bit quicker. But yeah, we are looking pretty good on this one. The town hall is being very annoying, and the NATO is also like teaming up with the town hall, and it's a little bit messy. But we'll freeze again, and we'll do the same trick with the king ability, I think, because that's quite cool. That's quite a cool trick, in my opinion. 92%. Whenever we hit 92%, that's when we pop the king ability, and it should be able to hit everything that is left over. But as you can see, we have all the heroes alive, a couple roots in there. So yeah, generally quite happy with this attack. Let's pop the king ability now, and there you go. So yeah, another triple. Let's get into the next one. Alright, next base of the day, a double rage base. I think I've seen this base one time before, and I can't remember what I did. So what should I do on this one? Actually, I think I went into this archer tower over here, maybe. I think I'm just going to do that. I don't know. There's no real thought process behind it. It's just place the RC and see what happens. Where the town hall's centered, it kind of doesn't really matter where you enter. But apart from, you know, just kind of looking out for the fire spitters, you know, I can see the fire spitters are not facing in one direction, so I don't want to enter behind them. And as you can see, this guy put a Tesla there, and that may even take my RC into this rage tower. So I'm not really sure why he would make my life easier, but fine, that works with me. And it looks like we're going to get some beautiful value there with the RC charge. So yeah, I think that is probably the best RC charge that there is for that base. Lots of little annoying splash defenses. I'm just going to go with the Valk there to deal with that, help the queen out a little bit. But it did kind of backfire because that ricochet cannon has decided to trigger my queen ability, or get very close to anyways, again, which is very annoying. But let's see, how am I going to tackle this rage tower? I'm going to go something like this. And yeah, that's perfect. So the rage tower should trigger, but it won't affect the town hall or anything. And I've got to be very careful here. I'm honestly going to pop the warden ability. I don't want to take any chances here, because there is a lot of damage there. I think there is an E-Titan in there as well. There's a lot of damage at the moment. So I'm going to freeze also and try to remain calm here. Pop the queen ability, just kind of increase the DPS as we move through this area. Overgrowth something like this on the back end. Go with a Skelly spell onto the monolith there. Keep supporting my outside push with the super barbs. And I think we do have this one again. So yeah, no real issues with this base. Quite frankly, the Spirit Walk was way too good. I did almost get overwhelmed there. And I think in that situation, if you guys didn't pop your warden ability, you could be in a lot of trouble. One thing that I've kind of learned over the time that I've been using this attack is simply do not try and hold your warden ability for like ages. Quite frankly, pop it when you need to. You get 25 seconds of safety, I would say. Instead of, trying to hold it as you would with an Eternal Tome. It's more like, you get 25 seconds of safety rather than the Eternal Tome where you get 8 seconds of like boosted healing. You can get your troops back up to the highest level of health. You don't really need that with this strategy. So that's definitely my best piece of advice. But let's get into the next attack of the day. Okay, next attack we have another double rage base. I think I've already attacked. Have I even not attacked a double rage base today? I don't know. But for this one, I'm gonna go into. Yeah, I'm gonna go into this section here. Try and get to that scatter shot. Hopefully, not a lot of defenses on the outside of this base, which should mean my life is a little bit easier with the Spirit Walk. Of course, plenty of space for baits, but I don't expect he'll have this side baited. I think he'll probably have the other side baited, as traditionally people want to Spirit Walk the, what is that thing called? The Merge Mortar thing? I can't remember. I'm just going to get out of there because I don't have the Fox alive anymore. It doesn't really seem worth what's the word? I don't know, maybe I'm just yapping. Wasn't worth the Invis spell. That's the way to say it. So let's remain nice and patient here. King does get locked onto, and my queen is definitely going to get locked onto in just a second. So I'm ready with an Invis spell. Also need to overgrowth the town hall, and there we go. Queen did get locked onto, which is a bit unfortunate because the ice golem didn't really play ball for me and didn't really freeze up what I wanted it to freeze up. Also hit the Nado, which means my RC is going to walk out in front a little bit, which is again a little bit unfortunate. We have this weird Headhunter CC. I'm not really sure the general idea of that one. I'm also going to pop the warden ability because, man, this attack is going really fast. Okay, go ahead and go like that. Okay, oh boy, we need to watch that mortar. I'm very, very, very scared of the mortar, so that's why I'm just going to pop the ability now. Put my queen ability as well, and yeah, I think we do have this one. Send in all of our barbs there on the side of the base. We'll break the queen in when the overgrowth wears off, and it looks like my RC is going to be the first to go down here as the overgrowth wears off because she is not in a great spot. But let's see. Yeah, the RC just runs right into all that rage damage. But as you can see, this is definitely going to be a 3-star. And we may lose our warden. We may lose some of the defenses. Some of our offensive power. It may not look as crushed as it actually was, but I think pretty happy with this one. We have the queen and the warden alive. Lots of roots still up. And yeah, I don't think I was going to struggle with this base because I have seen a double rage ring style of base about 1,000 times now. So yeah, no issues with this one at all. Let's just get right into the next attack of the day. I think we have 2 or maybe 3 more for you guys right now. Okay, next base of the day, and we have an Invis base. I want to check that level. Yeah, Crush Mortar is very under-leveled. So what am I going to do for this one? Let's see. I think I know what I want to do. The style of base, it always gets quite messy in terms of the attack. So I do forgive you guys already. I think this attack is gonna get a little bit messy. But we'll see what we can do here. My idea is that this monolith Invis compartment, I'm actually going to use overgrowth spells to tackle it. And I'm going to use my Skelly spell to trigger the other town hall section. So I'm going to run over like this side of the base. Oh, let me just not mess up my... Yeah, I'm going to run over through this side of the base. Overgrowth this section, work around it. This Invis tower will be triggered. And then we can kind of like meet at that Invis tower at the end of the attack, if that makes sense. I honestly have no idea if that makes any sense at all, but I hope it does. Let's go with the Ice Golem now. And yeah, see if this plan will go to plan, I guess. Why do I have 3 spectators right now? I don't even know. This attack is not going to be very exciting, but we'll see what we can do. Yeah, this is looking great so far. Hopefully we can... Oh, that RC might be quite annoying. Let's go with the Headhunter onto her. That's a triple Ice Golem CC there. And come on, guys, go in. Grab that Multi-Inferno for me, please. Thank you. The Invis Tower didn't trigger, so that is going to be a bit of an issue. And this is where it's going to get quite messy. So we'll see what we can do. Yeah, this is going to be unfortunate, I think. Okay, we're going to have to go like this, I think. And freeze this. Pop the Queen ability. Pop the RC ability. Yeah, this is messy, isn't it? Okay, let's see, though. We may still get it. We may still get it. Pop the King ability. Make sure everything retargets into the core area. Yeah, we have it. Well, that was obviously not the plan. You guys saw what my plan was, and I'm sure it wouldn't have looked so messy if the Invis trick did actually work with the Skelly spell. I'm not 100% sure why it didn't. But to be honest, sometimes it happens, and as long as you don't panic, you'll be fine. But we do have 3 heroes alive, and as I say that, the Monolith snipes my RC and my Warden, but it was a 3-star in the end. A little bit close because, of course, my Invis trick didn't really work, which is fine. It doesn't normally work, but you can see my plan for this base in this attack. Let's get right into the next one. Okay, next base of the day, we have a Double Rage setup, which I've seen many, many times before. Although, have I seen this many times before? I honestly don't know. Oh, yes, I have. I remember. Okay, so what we're going to do... I'm going to go, I think, into this air defense here. Hopefully she'll path more towards the Fire Spitter, and we can take out some of that Rage Tower. That would be great. A bit unfortunate there, my Fox took some unnecessary damage because it decided to walk around the walls, even though it can jump over walls, so that's really great fun. And my RC is not being very friendly to me, shall we say. And yeah, this is a bit unfortunate, but let's see what we can do. I think I am just going to go into this Rage Tower, although it looks quite scary. I think that's my best option here, because going into that mortar is going to be quite a pain. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to remain patient here at the start, just really figure out what I want to do, and that's a bit unfortunate. My Queen does get locked onto there. And we need to be very careful at the start here, because this is going to be quite a lot of damage. Let's freeze like this, because that can kind of keep my RC ability intact, as well as... Oh my gosh, is my King locked onto? Nope. Okay. Yeah, this is getting a little bit fishy, as I like to say. That mono is quite scary, but luckily it hasn't locked onto anything too important. I'm going to pop the Warden ability now, because I'm a little bit anxious with my health and my healers and stuff. I think we're looking okay. We'll go like this with the Overgrowth spell, I think. And hopefully somebody can go in and get that Town Hall for me. Let's go with a Skelly spell here, just kind of distract that Ricochet Cannon. Although actually I probably should have saved it on the, what's it called? The Mortar, Crusher Mortar. Later into the attack, but I think we should be okay nonetheless. Lots and lots of stuff alive, but I am quite scared of the Crusher Mortar. Pop the King ability, make sure we get through this section nice and quickly. And as long as that mortar isn't sniping like my whole army, yeah, we do have this one. It's going to get a little bit closer than I would have liked it to be, of course, as always. I think I say that every single attack, don't I? But yeah, a bit unfortunate with the Fox at the start of the attack dying quite early. Though it did live. And also the Queen getting locked onto. But look, nonetheless, this is a 3-star. I think it's safe to say I would have had all my 4 heroes alive if I had not made some tiny little mistakes here and there. But that is the second to last attack of the day. Let's get into the final hit and see if we can go perfect once again. Okay then, final hit of the day. We have ourselves a double poison setup. So, what am I going to do for this one? I'm going to do what the attacker doesn't expect me to do, and I'm not going to enter behind the fire spitters. Instead, I think I'm going to get the nice and easy path set into the base. Is she going to turn around and grab that Tesla? Yes. Of course she is. Why wouldn't she? So we take some damage from the multi-inferno there onto my Fox. Unfortunate. But, oh, and yeah, my timing's messed up. I forgot about that completely. And now that multi-inferno might even stay up. Oh no, the archers there did a good job for me. And we're going to take out a small section of this compartment as well. Fox really is trying to mess me up today. But that's fine. We don't even need the Fox, honestly. The Fox can die. It's whatever. So yeah, we get out there. Fox is up, which is of course better for me than if the Fox was dead. I'm loving that everyone's using like air expos instead of ground expos at the moment. Also having like the warden on defense and not using the king is great. But it's going to be short-lived and everyone will be using the root rider bases again, and then yeah, it'll be a bit miserable. But we'll go with an overgrowth like this, as the town hall and the fire spitter are going to be coming into range. I need to be very careful here. I think I'm just going to pop my warden ability, honestly. I don't want to take any risks in this situation. I'm going to go with the Skelly spell on that ricochet cannon to support my king as he moves into that section of the base. We'll go ahead and wall break for the queen, even though it wasn't necessary. And oh my goodness, what is my king even doing? Okay, we'll pop the pop the RC ability. Let me get myself back on track. We'll pop the RC ability. We have the queen ability intact. We have super barbs. We'll start using those to support the back end cleanup of the base. We'll hold the queen ability until the poison tower triggers. And the only real threat I see now is the minion print and the merge cannon. But we do have a free spell. The RC is alive. We do have the Fox intact. And the queens are nice and open. The walls are nice and open for my queen. So yeah, this is definitely going to be a 3-star. Yet another perfect day. We have only 5 days left now of the season, but I suppose we'll go a little bit more in depth into that in the recap of the video. And man, these attacks today were quite nice, I must admit. If you are looking for a good representation of how to attack different bases with this attack, then this is definitely the video for you guys. And thank you if you are still watching, by the way. I do genuinely appreciate it. You guys are what keeps the channel going, watching the whole video. But let's get into the recap for today. Alright then, all of our hits for the day are done. We are currently unranked. However, I did reset, I think, around about the top 1000. I may have mentioned that in the intro though. And as you can see, yeah, we did get perfect once again. It looks like we're going to be taking minus 320 on defense. But yesterday we did get plus 27, which is quite nice. We have now, I think, maybe a 6-day triple streak in Legends, as well as only failing 3 attacks in the entire season. Hopefully we can finish up the last 5 days and only fail 3 attacks the entire season with this attack, because that would be quite insane. But that's all from me for today. I hope to see you guys tomorrow, back with probably my Legends hits, although I'm not 100% sure just yet. But I hope to see you there. Goodbye.